Alrighty, so I'm sitting down here with Lights at the London Music Hall. Welcome back to London.
It's great to be back. It feels like it's been forever.
I know, and we got to meet each other last year as a first-year journalism student, so it was really nice to come back and see you again.
It's nice to see you again, and you even have a blazer this time.
Well, I try to look a little bit classy. So, your new album, really great. I've listened to it. I really thoroughly enjoy it. Came in number 7 on the Canadian charts and 129 on the Billboard. So, are you satisfied with that?
I couldn't be happier, honestly. It's just the fact that there's people out there that own music that I've made is pretty cool. Just like in solid copy, that feels pretty special because people don't buy records anymore, you know? And the fact that there's people out there that are going out there and getting it, that means that you've made something worth listening to.
And then tell me, what was it like winning the Juno for you?
It was awesome. I mean, aside from it being a nerve-wracking moment when I was up there, it was really cool because I didn't expect it. I don't think any of the people on my team did. We did things independently up until that point. Even now, you know, for the most part. And we're in it for passionate reasons because we love it and because we love each other and not because we want to sell a ton of records or anything. So it wasn't like, the mastermind behind it wasn't like the machine, you know, to be part of a huge record label and win a Juno. Didn't expect it at all. And to be recognized for doing things independently and just the way that you want and the way that you feel is right, it's pretty cool, and it felt really awesome and unexpected.
And then I heard recently that you actually legally changed your name to Lights. Is that correct?
Yes, that was actually a little while ago, a couple years ago.
Oh, was it?
About a year and a half ago, yeah.
So why the change? Why make it your legal name?
It was my first name for a very long time, and because of that, my first name as a nickname, just being called that, and as it's my name also in the music world, it made sense to make it the legal name also because it almost bothers me when people call me by my other name. You know, it's like if something feels like your name, why would you want people to call you something else, you know?
Artie, and then can you tell me a little bit about creating your album? Because I know you had an EP out first and then your album came second. So just kind of tell me the creative process between the two of them. Yeah,
I mean, it was honestly the same deal for the EP and the full length, and 4 songs went on from the EP as well. So I consider them all in the kind of the same process. The EP was just kind of like, okay, here's an example of what I'm working on, and then soon I'll finish it and put it out, you know. And it was a really organic, stress-free environment where we didn't set a time to release the record. We're not like, yeah, September 22nd, we have to have this record finished. It was like write and write more and do some more writing, and then when you have a ton of songs, pick the best ones, and then make yourself ready to release a record. So that's how it happened. And so anytime I had spare time or was able to work with Togs or Dave, 2 guys I made the record with, we would go and hang out for like a week and make some songs, make some music, and pour it out. And when I felt like we had a good list of songs, we're just like, cool, let's make a record. Let's release it.
Okay, so you've been on the road for a really long time now, and you've done about 150 shows. So between eating right and physical activity on the road, what are some of your other secrets?
Getting as much rest as you can. It's really hard to do, especially when most of our touring's done in a van. We've only very few times been in a bus. So, I mean, you're getting up early to do the drives and driving up to shows sometimes, and sleeping whenever you can is so crucial, right? Also, making sure you have some time to yourself is really important, especially when you're around people all the time. And as a songwriter, that's really important. So whenever I have a chance, I just kind of like disappear and go off into the corner with my guitar or something and get away. And lots of water.
So tell me a little bit about your online comic, which would be Audio Quest.
Oh, Audio Quest. I'm so proud of it. I've thought about everything that I've accomplished in my career and the things that I've done, and this is weirdly the thing that makes me the most proud and feels like I've done what I wanted. Well, I work with Tom Coker from Marvel Comics and his writer Daniel Friedman are brilliant minds and amazing illustrators, and brought this character to a level I would have never expected. And basically what it is, it spawned from the idea that what are some cool ways that I can inflict my passions upon my career and find new ways to show people the music, because music videos are sadly becoming an outdated form of media.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, think about it. MTV's not even playing them anymore. There's the one spot in the morning where MTV will play music videos. So it's like, there's not really, I mean, aside from online, which is great. So how else can we get music out there? Thought, why not make a comic, semi-animated, do some voiceovers, broke the music down into stems and arranged, say, a track like Ice into the form of a score. And then by the end, the whole song's in and everything. So it's a new way of showing people music and giving some extra entertainment on the side and showing people more about what I'm about. It turned out really. We have 10 episodes planned and 4 of them are out.
Now, okay, going back to the whole music video thing, you have 2 music videos for CIXX.
Yes.
So what was the whole concept behind the 2 of them?
Well, the first one was kind of, we had just made Drive My Soul, and we got some government grants from the Canadian government, which is amazing to make that one. And we thought, it was, like I said, we were doing things really independently, and we didn't know if we were going to be able to get money for another video. So we thought, what can we do with really low budget? And I'm like, I have this really great idea for CIXX. We can do for very little money. I can make all these characters by hand, and I can direct it, and have someone film it and just do this really crappy video. But I think it'll be really cool. So I ended up making these costumes and cutting out the characters and everything, holding up in a week for a week in my apartment and building all the parts. And it was just it was an idea that I was able to bring to life with a little bit of money and an online platform to put it out there. So it was meant to be sort of a viral thing, just to get another way to show people stuff, And it turned out really good, but obviously it wasn't an official video or anything like that.
I thought it was. When it came out, I was all like, is that our official video? Because it's kind of cool. It was so you, and that was the great thing about it.
It really was. It's like a greeting card, showing people like what you're feeling, what you're into, but it's like a nice cheap way of doing it.
So, final question. What's next? Where do we go from here?
A lot of touring after the holidays. We're almost done this leg of the tour, and then have a little break over the holidays, which is so a long time in the make. And going out with Owl City for a few months next year, and probably a lot more touring after that, as well as I'm always writing. I'm already working on new songs and stuff. The listening was 2 years in the make, so I figure if I want a record out in 2 years, I better start working on it,
Artie, and then are you going to come back to London again on your next leg of your tour?
I hope so. It's not with the Owl City tour. It's not planned to come to London yet, but we'll be back next year for sure.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank
and you have yourself a very good show tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Enjoy it. Nice to
Thanks.
see you again.